Hey everyone, it's Julian from Digital Trends, and I'm here with LG's latest smartphone. It's the V30, which is the latest entry in the V series smartphone. There's the G series, which, earlier this year we saw the G6, but this is the successor to the LG V20. Last year, if you recall, had a secondary display. This one doesn't. So let's dive into some of the new features that are in the new V30, and let's take a look. So the LG V30 has a bezel-less design, which means the edges are stretched out as much as possible so you get more screen real estate. This is actually a 6-inch phone, but it sort of has the same frame as a 5.5-inch traditional smartphone with normal bezels like the iPhone 7 Plus. So this V30 also comes in this chrome finish, which kind of shines better in the light. It is plastic though, so it makes it feel really lightweight and a little cheap, not as premium as other phones, like all glass devices like the G6 or the Essential phone even. On the bottom here, if you can see, there's a USB Type-C port and the speaker grill, power buttons here on the side, or sorry, the volume rocker buttons on the side, and a SIM card slot, and this fingerprint sensor, as is traditional with LG phones, also doubles as a home button. So for example, right there you can see I'm pressing and holding to unlock the phone, and also say if I go to an app or just on the home screen, I can just press the back button right there to turn off the display. There's some neat software features such as double tapping the home screen to turn it on and to turn it off. Now the camera here is interesting. It's a dual camera system. With the standard one has 16 megapixels and the wide angle lens has 13 megapixels. And LG says that they have improved the aperture, so you're going to see less distortion in the wide angle mode, and you should also get brighter images. So let's jump into the camera to see how that looks. So this is the standard mode. And when you tap right there, that's the wide angle mode. Now that's not new necessarily, it's just that it should be improved. But what's new is this new mode called Cine Video, which go right there. So what it does is basically, as you can see, there's like this weird color filter over. LG worked with color graders, color grading experts basically to add in these filter-like themes that you can add over videos. And you can start recording so that they make it look movie-esque, and they're actually named after some movie genres, for example, like drama, there's summer blockbuster, there's romantic comedy. Let's pick summer blockbuster, for example. It's a bit grungy almost. And so basically you can start recording and your whole video will be in this little color-graded theme. There's some type of electronic image stabilization, by the way, which you can see. So let's take a quick look. So of course it has that color filter that we just implemented. But one of the other cool features is in Cine Video is point and zoom, which basically allows you to point and zoom at an object, as the name implies, but it actually, instead of zooming in on the center of the phone, it zooms in on the thing that you click on, which can be pretty handy, say, for example, if you're filming a video of your son in choir and you want to zoom in on him in the back row. Instead of zooming in and finding him in the choir group, you can actually just tap on him and the phone will find him for you. Here, let's zoom in on that water tower again. Start recording. So it's basically starting out at the wide angle lens, and when you zoom in, it switches over to the other lens to create this seamless movie-like zoom in feature, which is pretty handy because as you can see, that electronic image stabilization is helping a lot. I have shaky hands, but it doesn't look as bad in this video. But of course, the closer you go, you're ending up with digital zoom, so it will be a little shaky unless you have super stable hands. So that's some of the camera features. One of the other features that's new is this floating bar, and that's because they got rid of that secondary display that used to be there from the V20. kind of like the Edge panel in the Galaxy S8. Basically, it lets you set some functions that you can quickly access. For example, these are screen capture modes. This is for media playback. These are some quick apps that I added, and some contacts that I can quickly call. But it's a floating bar that you can turn off, so it's a totally optional feature if you don't like it. And some of the other things, let's go over quickly. There's Android 7.1.2 installed, not Oreo sadly, but Oreo is on the way. As you can see, it looks pretty standard. LG skin isn't too intrusive. It looks not bad at all, pretty sleek actually, and pretty colorful. Performance-wise, it's running the Qualcomm Snapdragon 835. It has 4 gigs of RAM and a massive 3,300 milliamp hour battery. And actually, it's not that massive compared to other flagship smartphones, but the battery life that we have experienced so far is pretty phenomenal. For example, I've been using it a lot today, especially, and it's only at 61%, and it's already 3:25 p.m. The other day, I was ending up using it until 1 a.m. and it was about 30% remaining. So phenomenal battery life so far, and hopefully we can find out more in our full review. So that's a quick look at the LG V30. Again, let's do a couple of features on the back. The headphone jack is on the top. We talked about the fingerprint sensor. Of course, the quad DAC, which offers hi-fi audio streaming, will be available in the US model this time around. And the same applies for wireless charging is going to be in this model as well. So if those are features you like, then this might be the phone for you. Oh, and by the way, we're filming this entire video on the LG V30 itself, as you can see right there. And of course, everything that we just showed you is from a pre-production unit, so we don't have a final unit. Some things might be different, we're not sure yet. That means we also don't have final pricing and availability information yet. That might be announced right after IFA, where the phone is being announced right now. So look at our website, digitaltrends.com, check out our hands-on review, and we'll keep you updated as soon as we learn that information. Thanks for watching.